Where was King Richard?
King Richard was far away from his country.
So where was he?
He had gone away on the Third Crusade.
Right. Do you know what that was? 뭐야? What is it?
십자군전지.
Right. Who was ruling England in his place?
Prince John ruled England in his place.
Was Prince John a good man?
No, Prince John was a mean and greedy man.
Did everyone like Prince John?
No, not everyone helped him, and not everyone obeyed Prince John.
Who was Robin Hood?
He was the leader of a group of men called Robin Hood's Merry Men.
What did Prince John call them?
Prince John said they were all outlaws.
What did ordinary people call them?
Ordinarily, people thought they were heroes.
Did Robin Hood and his merry men like the sheriff of Nottingham?
No, Robin Hood and his merry men hated the Sheriff of Nottingham.
What did Robin and his men do to Prince John's followers?
Robin and his men took money from Prince John's followers.
Did Robin and his men keep the money?
No, the merry men gave the money to poor families.
How did Little John get his name?
Little John got his name because he was a huge man.
How tall was it?
He was over 7 feet tall.
Was it skinny?
No, he wasn't skinny.
What did Little John say was happening in Nottingham?
He said they're going to have a shooting contest in Nottingham.
What is the prize?
The prize is a silver arrow.
Where will the sheriff put Robin?
He'll draw Robin Hood in the castle dungeon.
Who was Fletcher?
Fletcher was the band's arrow maker.
When did archery contest start?
The archery contest started early in the morning on market day.
How many archers were left near the end?
Finally, there were just 3 archers left.
What did the sheriff say?
The sheriff called, "Close the gates, let no one in during the contest."
Who was the first archer to shoot?
The first archer to shoot was a handsome Frenchman.
Who did the Frenchman serve under?
He served under the nobleman Guy of Gisborne.
Did the Frenchman miss the willow wand?
Yes, it just missed the willow wand.
Did Simon's arrow hit the willow wand?
Yes, the arrow just barely touched the willow wand.
How did the last masked man look?
The last marksman was a stranger. He looked poor and weak.
What was on his arm?
There was a big blood-covered cut on his arm.
Did he look strong enough to draw a bow?
No, this man didn't look strong enough to draw his bow.
How was his shot?
His shot was straight and clean.
So?
It cut the willow wand in 2.
Who did the sheriff say the marksman was?
He said the marksman was a Robin Hood.
What came over the castle wall?
A rope came over the wall from the other side.
What did Robin do?
Robin Hood grabbed the rope, climbed the wall, and escaped.
What did Robin say was on his arm?
He says, "It's plum juice."
Was there a great party in Sheriff Forest that night?
Yes, there was a great party in Sherwood Forest that night. Robin Hood and the Silver Arrow. King Richard was far away from his country. He had gone away on the Third Crusade. Prince John ruled England in his place. Richard was a good and just king. Prince John was a mean and greedy man. He forced the people to pay a lot of taxes. He took the land and the money of some noblemen. Prince John's friends became rich. King Richard's friends became poor. Not everyone obeyed Prince John. Not everyone helped him. Some men hated him and hated his meanness. One of these men was called Robin Hood. He was the leader of a group of men called Robin Hood's Merry Men. Robin's merry men lived in Sherwood Forest near Nottingham. They didn't live in houses or on farms. The forest was their home. Prince John said they were all outlaws. Ordinarily, people thought they were heroes. One of Prince John's men in Nottingham was the sheriff. He helped collect the taxes. He stole from the poor and gave to the rich. Robin Hood and his merry men hated the sheriff of Nottingham. The sheriff hated Robin Hood and his merry men. Robin and his men took money from Prince John's followers. The merry men gave that money to poor families. Robin Hood cared more about the people of Nottingham than the sheriff. Most people loved Robin Hood, but the sheriff did not. One day, Little John came to Robin Hood. Little John got his name because he was a huge man. He was over 7 feet tall, and he wasn't skinny. "Robin," said Little John, "they're going to have a shooting contest in Nottingham." "When?" asked Robin Hood. "On Market Day," said Little John. "The prize is a silver arrow." "I'm going to enter that contest," said Robin Hood. "I'll win the silver arrow." "You can't go to Nottingham. The sheriff will catch you. He'll throw you in a castle dungeon," exclaimed Little John. "I'm going," exclaimed Robin Hood. "Fletcher," he called. Fletcher was the band's arrow maker. He was very good at it. "Make the best arrows you can. I'll win the prize." The archery contest started early in the morning on Market Day. Many men entered the contest. The contest continued all day. Finally, there were just 3 archers left. The sheriff called, "Close the gates. Let no one in during the contest." The guards closed the great castle gates. The 3 remaining archers stood in row. A guard set up new targets. These were slender willow ones. They would be very difficult to hit. The first archer to shoot was a handsome Frenchman. He had a very black beard. He served under the nobleman Guy of Gisborne. Guy of Gisborne was a very good friend of the sheriff of Nottingham. The Frenchman drew his bow. He let the arrow fly. It just missed the willow one. The Frenchman was very disappointed. Guy of Gisborne was very angry. The next marksman was an Englishman. His name was Simon, and he lived in Nottingham. He drew his bow and let the arrow fly. The arrow just barely touched the willow one. It was a pretty good shot. The last marksman was a stranger. He looked poor and weak. His clothes were ragged. There was a big blood-covered cut on his arm. A long bow is hard to draw. A man must be strong to use one. This man didn't look strong enough to draw his bow. "Who's that?" asked the sheriff of Nottingham. "I don't know," answered Guy of Gisborne. "Look, he's drawing his bow." The stranger let his arrow fly. His shot was straight and clean. It cut the willow one in 2. Robin Hood had won the silver arrow. "That's Robin Hood," yelled the sheriff. "Only Robin Hood can shoot like that." "Quick, grab him. The gates are locked. He can't get out." Robin Hood ran to the castle wall. Like a miracle, a rope came over the wall from the other side. Robin Hood grabbed the rope, climbed the wall, and escaped. 2 of the merry men were waiting on the other side. They were riding horses and held one for Robin Hood. The 3 men rode into Sherwood Forest as fast as they could. "Hey, Robin," called Little John. "What's that blood on your arm?" "That's not blood," answered Robin. "It's plum juice." Little John laughed long and loud. There was a great party in Sherwood Forest that night. Each of the merry men held the silver arrow and admired it.